physical exercise, specifically aerobic exercise, helps you get rid of the stress.
Right.
They're not stress hormones, but stress chemicals that are released in your body. And so physical activity where you sweat and actually move your body around, aside from the fact that you're more limber, I mean, there are great exercises. We should do a little show on that, the different exercises to help you have better sex. But if
Will you be doing the instruction?
Pardon me?
Will you be doing the instruction?
Sure, we can do that.
Okay, all right.
It's very simple, but
Okay.
I mean, if you're uncomfortable or you're stiff and you have a sore back, you're not going to want to be, making love. All of these things, if you do all of that, very few of us do. But if you do all of that, you have a healthy sex drive.
And that maybe is the reason why maybe people in their 20s have more sex. I know in my 20s I was getting a lot more sleep. I was a lot fitter. I ate a lot better. I was having, at least 3 squares a day on a regular basis. Thank you, Mom. So on and so forth. So it's not necessarily a silver bullet. It doesn't sound sexy, but look, if you're healthy and you're getting your rest, you're going to have a better sex life. If you have a better sex life, it's kind of the chicken and the egg. If you have a better sex life, you probably have a better relationship.
And the more sex you have, the more sex you want to have. Also.
Right. That's a great point. And I always say you've got to want to do this, and you've got to want to do it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
You may not want to do it. Just look, if it's an issue between you and your boyfriend, husband, or whatever, then take responsibility. If the issue is that you don't want to have sex, take responsibility on your side. Try some of these things that Kim has brought up and see if your love life changes, and then if your relationship changes. I mean, it's easy. But,
yeah, absolutely.
Kim, talk about communication.
Oh, we need hours, Jay.
I know. Give us there's a tip you had about kind of like the warm up, the sign.
Yes, the signal. It's the signal is really important. The first part of it is learn to assess yourself how turned on you are, because it's not on and off. It's not black and white. You're not either horny or not horny. It doesn't work that way. There's a range, and if you pick, say, from 1 to 10, then decide whenever a situation comes up, or even if you kind of notice, oh, I'm kind of feeling a little bit frisky, then kind of assess yourself and go, okay, am I at like a 3 out of 10, or which might mean that you would be encouraged, you wouldn't be resistant, you might not initiate it, but you'd still be receptive, or you could be at a 7 out of 10 where all you need is a little bit of kissing, a little bit of foreplay, and you're good to go. So really figure out where you're at, and smart couples also have signals or signs or ways of letting the other person know where they're at. And I usually suggest pick a number, maybe it's a 6 or a 7, so you're either under 6 or you're over 6. And that way the person knows if they see the signal, whether it's a word, a phrase, turning you know how they have those dishwasher signs, dishwasher full, dishwasher empty. You can, use something like that, have a pillow, a scarf, anything to let your partner know without maybe saying it and having to say it out loud. Plus it's a little bit more romantic. And that way they kind of have an idea, oh, okay, my wife is interested, it's under 6, so if I want to have sex tonight, I'm probably going to have to do some things that I know she likes to get her warmed up a little bit.
Right.
And then you can decide, do I want to do that or not? And that's the beginning of being just aware, do an inner check, be aware of how aroused you are, and then be able to communicate accurately to your partner.
Well, and for men, it would be kind of like the 2-minute warning. Okay, guys, 2-minute warning, game's ending, or game's about to start in 2 minutes, that kind of thing, and you can get going. I know for me, the signal typically is a bit of a spank on the bum, kind of like, hey, kind of one of those things, and then she likes it, so, ooh, okay, and it doesn't have to happen right away.
Yeah. And women need more time. Because of our brains and being multitaskers, they need more time.
All right, okay.
I mean, a woman, on average, how long do you think it takes on average for a man to reach orgasm? From sort of erection to ejaculation?
Oh, well, you know what? I used to know this, but I would say less than 5 minutes.
It's actually about 10. According to a Playboy study.
Okay, I'm not talking from personal experience.
Well, it's from the very beginning to the end.
Yeah, okay.
So the worldwide average on penetration, so from penetration, worldwide average, how long do you think? Till he has an orgasm?
Oh, till I don't know. Actually, I give up because I've got the first one wrong. I give up.
2 minutes.
Well, okay.
2 minutes is the worldwide average.
Really?
So, I mean,
what's the country with the worst record?
I don't know.
So somebody's bringing that average down. I'd like to know who that is.
Yeah, really. Well, but I mean, women are not, quite frankly, women are not interested in being penetrated and somebody penetrating them for 30, 40 minutes. It's not that interesting.
It's very
That is
interesting that you.
not.
It's very interesting that you say that because when I talk to men, they say how can I last longer? I want to go this long, and you think, whoa, guys, you don't want to go for an hour every single time because then it becomes.
She's dry. Number one,
Yeah.
she has a finite amount of lubrication. For every lovemaking session, there's only so much lube that's going to come out of her naturally.
And if she's dehydrated, even less.
Yeah, exactly. And so, I mean, you want to make sure. What the heck were we saying? We were talking about.
I don't know, but we're happy to have you. I'm happy to have you with us. Look, Kim, Kim is going to be coming on. She's going to be also contributing articles. She's going to be interacting in the comments. She's going to be talking about things like how to talk to your man about sex. If you have questions for me or for Kim, please post them on masteryourman.com. She'll be talking about how to climax. We're actually going to be talking, possibly putting together a climax crash course. Isn't that right? We'll be putting together these things to help you have a more fulfilling and rich, intense sex life so that you have a better relationship. And that's what I've been talking all the whole time. And I'm glad to have an expert's opinion. I'm glad to have your input. Kim, is there anything else you want to add to that?
There were two things. I remembered what I was thinking. Two things. Guys want to have a bigger, longer penis, and they want to be able to make love for longer. They want to have intercourse longer. Neither of those things, generally, are things that women are interested in. We don't want it really big and long. Our vagina is only about 4¼ inches long. Mm-hmm. So that's a whole other conversation. But we don't want it bigger. Sorry?
That's good news for me.
Well, and average penis size about 6 inches. So, I mean, we don't want them bigger, and we don't want you doing that for 30 minutes.
Right.
So get over that part.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed. I mean, it's about fun. Look, at the end of the day, it's about finding out what each other wants. Exactly. What do you want? What do I want? Can we meet in the middle? If you both want the exact same thing, you're in a great relationship.
And you probably don't want exactly the same thing, so it's communicating how do we, come to a point that works for both of us. What's going to work for both of us?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Kim, thanks for being with us.
Welcome.
Great information, and I look forward to more chats and interviews with you.
Me too.